Greetings, my beautiful, amazing, lovely fanbase exclamation mark. As you saw from the title, this is a introduction to my channel because people seem to be confused about the topics and the more obvious reasons. I haven't really done an actual introduction to myself or my channel, and I have 4,000 little rays of sunshine following me, so this video is full of yapping. So if you're not open to hearing it, feel free to click off. Of course, the background gameplay is Five Nights at Freddy's. Why wouldn't it be? It's Lucy approved. It's to keep your attention on the actual video, cause y'all's attention span is worse than a goldfish. Just kidding, sorry that's mean. Anyway, this video contains jump scares, as you probably can guess, so if you're sensitive to that, please click off. Anyway, here we go. Hi, my name's Lucy, and I make gacha videos, usually vent videos, but occasionally I participate in positive trends or make random videos like this one. This is my main her outfit changes frequently, and this is my appearance accurate Some things about me are I am a teenager, I'm religious Catholic, and I have 9 siblings, 3 siblings that are on earth, 1 brother, 2 sisters, and 6 that are in heaven for brothers and 2 sisters. I really enjoy going out, being outside by myself or going to various places with my family. I absolutely love all colors. I don't have a favorite. I really love animals and music. Really? Anything that praises God. I love doing. Being kind is my forte. A lot of the time it can be hard, especially when someone is not being so kind to me, but I've been working to improve my ability to resist committing retaliation when that happens, and I've gotten pretty good at it, though I do slip up sometimes. Admittedly, I used to be mean to others just to attempt to fit in, but I quickly grew out of that after 4th grade. I've never genuinely enjoyed being mean to others, and I've never seen the appeal or how it benefits anyone, even when others are mean to me. I've always loved to benefit others. I love to make people happy, smile, and lift their mood, even if it's just for a second. It's always worth it to be kind to others. Being understanding, listening to others, and offering support can have a huge impact on someone, such an impact you may not notice. I just gave y'all a pep talk. Oops. Anyway, as I mentioned earlier, my whole life, when I was younger up until just a little bit ago, I've tried so desperately to fit in with everyone else. I was a weird kid, and I've always been a weird person, using society's standards of normal, because to be honest, I don't believe in weirdness in human beings. Everyone is always different, so there is no logical standard on how to be if it's harmless. Because of this so-called weirdness of mine, people have never really enjoyed being around me. I was never normal enough to be actually appreciated and wanted in groups, so I'd walk in the back, mirroring their actions, hoping they'd want me around eventually. Not a lot of people have been upfront about how they didn't want me around. It would usually be in conversations with others or just them showing it through actions or lack of action. So eventually, I stopped trying to fit in, and I've learned how to be okay with being by myself. I've always been a quiet and more reserved person, so once the stress of trying to act like someone I'm not was lifted off me, I felt calmer. People have pitied me for it, but honestly, I am content with just a few close friends. I do enjoy being quiet. It's kind of exhausting to speak, and silence is something I cherish deeply, so sometimes, even when I am comfortable, I would prefer to stay quiet, not necessarily because something is bothering me or I'm upset with the people around me, just because it's the way I am. But, with all that being said, funnily enough, that's when I become the yapper, when I'm comfortable. So, when I'm with my close friends, occasionally with my family, when I write journal, or write on my channel, though I do really enjoy being quiet. As you guys probably know, I can talk a lot. My mind is a never-ending library. I never run out of things to say or think about, which leads me to why I even made this channel. I struggle with my ability to properly communicate what's on my mind. Not only do I have a speech impediment, I also have a few mental dysfunctions that make me kind of slow. Well, I can only assume it's caused by the things I've been diagnosed with. I don't know what else it could be. It's not fun at all. It's very frustrating. The words make sense in my head, but when I try to say them, they come out jumbled. I often confuse people with what I'm saying, because my sentences can make no sense sometimes. It's usually with serious topics, or when I try to write long-form things, like this video for example. Even though I have had a ton of ideas of things to talk about in this video, it's been a struggle to write, which is why I don't usually make this kind of content or vent through long things like this. As I mentioned earlier, I've been through a lot. I've been battling for my mental health since I was quite young. It's taught me a lot, but also has done quite a bit of damage to me, the way I am, and my future. Since I struggle to vent, and usually don't even feel comfortable venting to the few people I have available, I decided to make this my venting place. It wasn't an immediate decision, nor an easy one. It didn't just come to me. I've been doing gacha since 2017. When Gacha Studio came out, that was the first game I played that Looney had created. But I knew from the moment I played it, I loved it. I've been told I have a creative mind. I love fashion. I love drawing and creating things. So it's like gacha was made for me. It's like my own little world. And in addition to that, I had also wanted to be YouTuber for a long time too. Lol. Any kind of YouTuber really? But the one I wanted to become the most was kind of like a vlogger. Well, I don't know what to call it. I wanted to sit in front of the camera and yap while playing with fidgets or eating or doing something. But in 2022, the day I first owned my very own device, I made my official channel, Gacha. My first upload was this corny introduction. Hey everyone, I hope we can get along. If you're wondering what my main arc looked like, we don't talk about it. Then, I occasionally uploaded videos, mainly consisting of poor attempts at participating in the gacha trends, or just some story slop. I never continued. I wasn't consistent or dedicated to the channel, but that changed soon after. Something drastic happened late that year, and I guess that was the start of the whole vent channel concept. Back then, I didn't consider it my vent channel, but all my uploads would be vent videos. Then, I took a long break due to harassment basically and came back after another event happened. I continued the vent posts, and a few months into posting after my break, I then kind of summed my channel up to be a vent channel. It's ideal a way for me to voice my struggles by making them into art without having to explain, while also entertaining others and inviting them to join me in the journey to validate mental health struggles more. That's why I encourage others to vent here as well. Though this channel is a way to benefit me, I also want to make others feel seen and feel safe here, because I don't tolerate bullying or invalidation here at all. While this is a safe space for everyone, I do have a few boundaries. Firstly, as I just mentioned, I don't allow bullying or hate against another commenter on this channel. Second, I don't want drama on my channel, arguing in comment sections or against me in general. If you have a problem with me, message me privately. If you don't have any of my socials, you don't know me well enough to have a problem with me, unless it's an issue regarding my channel. Do not tag me in any posts trying to get me to argue with someone. I approach everyone with respect, and my first instinct isn't to argue, especially if I wasn't involved to begin with. On the other hand, I am happy to spread awareness posts. Third, please do not attempt to comfort me. I know your intention is good, and I definitely won't get upset with you if you comfort me when it's your first or second time coming across my channel. Like 70% of the time, I don't even call people out when they attempt to comfort me, even if they're aware of my boundary and overstep it constantly. But it doesn't provide me any benefit, sometimes even does the opposite, and I'd rather you not waste your time. This boundary originally came to be because people often claim to understand a situation by heart that I was experiencing. It kind of bothered me because they'd imply they understood my exact emotions, the events that took place, and things along the same line, even if it was our first time talking and I hadn't explained a single detail to them. I don't know how to elaborate on why this specifically bothers me. I guess it's just because it's often said by complete strangers, but I'm not gonna try to yap about it because it won't make any sense. Anyway, ever since then, I just kind of requested to completely forbid comforting, in general, because there are a few other reasons I'm not gonna get into. Fourth boundary. Please don't say obvious things, or speak about things you have no idea about. For example, go to therapy, stop posting about it online. I am in therapy, and in fact, my therapist fully encourages my channel. Some other examples. I have it worse than you, others have it worse than you. You're not the only depressed person in the world. This didn't happen. Stop faking mental disorders. I think anyone with common sense can see why these annoy me. Less obvious examples. Are you okay? Please get help. I don't know what to say. Any sort of pity. This is more of an uncomfortable feeling and not annoyance. I am depressed, meaning I'm not okay, which is okay. But despite this, I'm not sad all the time. I do have good and bad days. When I post vents, I thought it was pretty obvious. I'm not okay, but I am getting help. I have been for a while. Please don't worry about me. I don't want this video to turn into a lecture, so let's wrap up this part. Fifth boundary. Please do not add me on Discord or request to for any other social media platform unless you need to vent or discuss something serious. I am not comfortable becoming friends with my viewers. It's a hassle. I have the venting document open always.so if you need to vent, ramble, talk about your day, or say something to me directly. Don't hesitate to use that. Last boundary. Kind of obvious. Respect the trigger warnings. If you see a trigger warning, pause the video and read the description. It always has every trigger warning in detail. Don't click on the video if you're sensitive to the topics I mention, and my channel should have a mature audience, since I touch on sensitive topics. Moving on to more about my channel, the whole reason I came back from my break was because of G. He is the superstar of my channel. For the longest time, almost every video was about him, and he is really important on this channel. I love him and you guys should too, or else. I stopped making videos about him due to a couple different reasons, but he will be included in videos again much more often now. My subscriber goal ultimately is 10,000. I will be grinding until I get to 10,000, but I don't think I'm gonna intentionally stop being consistent once I hit 10,000 either. I don't care if I get more than 10,000 is my point. But with that being said, please don't idolize me. You can love my videos and watch them all. You can view me in a positive manner. You can comment and be nice and all of that. But please don't obsess over me or see me as a superior figure. The only thing you should be doing that with is God. And I'm not saying this to assume you're religious. I'm actually saying this because I'm religious, and I don't want to label myself or imply that I am a figure to look up to or admire. I am a teenage girl in her bedroom doing what she loves for fun and to help other people. 3. Also, on the topic of religion, don't automatically assume I'm gonna be a toxic religious person just because I talk about God a lot. Number 1, I'm not the type to push my religion on other people, more so, pressure them, because I cannot force anyone to do anything. I am going to encourage you to look into religion, and I am going to preach God's words and what He wants, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're gonna burn in hell if you don't turn to Him. You're gonna burn in hell for doing such and such. I'd never say that because I'm a sinner. 2, and I'm in zero position to judge you for a mistake or sin, let alone tell you what's gonna happen to you. I'm not God. I'ma be real and upfront with my thoughts, but I'm not gonna pressure you with anything. Some other things about my channel. If you ask to collab for me to make a video for you and I don't, or I say I'm going to make a video for you and I don't, please don't take it personally, lol. As I mentioned earlier, my mind never shuts up. I always have something written in my journal for video ideas. I'm always overwhelmed and I'm always working on something. It's especially difficult when I have burnout. But if I say I'm going to make a video for you and I don't end up doing it, you have every right to be upset with me for that. And I owe you endless apologies. Just don't assume it's your own problem. I'm a mess ext. I also accidentally picked up the habit of deleting community posts a day or two after I make them, regardless of whether they're event or just me yapping. I don't know why I do this. I might just start putting a timer on my community posts. A lot of the time I will take a regular gacha trend and turn it into the form of event, and that's why I write gacha trend on the title. Not because the whole trend is event, just my video is. So if you see me post about second per hour struggles, suicide, or something of that nature, don't assume that sensitive topics specifically is the trend. I also notice that some of my subscribers are finding me on other platforms. If you do, don't follow me unless I specifically give it to you. Make it public to my channel. If I don't, I'm not comfortable with anyone knowing my other platforms. Some other things about me. My favorite season is fall. I love cookies. I absolutely love fashion. I'm kind of a hopeless romantic. I love FNAF, Gacha, Genshin Impact, Block Blast. I enjoy cooking or baking, singing, spending time with my loved ones, writing, reading, and skating. I also really like making acquaintances on YouTube. I'm less open about friendships because I'm a terribly awkward person, and I'm also kind of complicated because I'm high maintenance and I'm constantly at war with myself, and I don't want to inflict any more unintentional harm on anyone else than I already have on my current and old friends. Very, very sorry, guys. So, I hope that makes sense. But while I'm on the topic of friendships, when I do make friends, I have a tendency to put in a lot of me to the friendship. Maybe it's just because I'm clingy lol, but I love talking about them, learning about them. I miss them when they're not around. It's so easy for me to appreciate and love everyone. I've been told the more people I love, the less meaningful it becomes, and I felt bad about it for a while, but then I realized that this is what God has called me to do. Anyway, after everything I just named, I find it especially difficult letting people go after a friendship ends, despite the fact that it happens so often and I prepare myself every day for the end of the friendship. It's kind of weird. I overthink a lot, so I always notice subtle changes in a friend's behavior that someone else may not notice. Maybe this is a result of being afraid of being a bother to others, or maybe this is what causes me to be a bother to others. I don't know. Anyway, I really cherish friendships. They're always so special to me. I do wish I had more friends outside of the internet, but I don't because I'm homeschooled. Friendships are always a lesson for me, a learning experience sent by God, regardless of whether we end on a good or bad note. I tend to admire my friends significantly, and I love staying through the good and bad times because I love watching someone achieve their goals and or realize what's good for them and commit to it. Humanity in general is just something I fixate on. It's so diverse. I've wanted to study philosophy, geography, and physiology, and I've only discovered I do recently. I love learning, though I've always hated school because the poor approach at teaching often affects students negatively. This is ending on such an abrupt note, but I don't have much else to say, nor the willpower to continue. After all this yapping, you know me relatively good now, but through future videos or community posts, you could get to know me more. I will likely do a na one day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you made it this far, put a monkey emoji in the comments. I'm genuinely curious about who watches my videos to the end. God bless you, and it's a pleasure having you as a viewer. Enjoy the rest of the short FNAF gameplay.